between the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Commanders. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Here's Gibson to start the drive. He'll get this to the 24, and it's second down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 24, Powell being chased out left. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
From the 40 now on second down. Powell buying time to his left. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Powell throwing on 1st down here. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run with Gibson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They're going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's Howell. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thomas. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On first down, Howell. Complete, it's Dodson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Howell throwing on third down here. Got his target, Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. D.D. Westbrook to return from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Forced out, and he's going to go down again. Montez Sweat able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. They'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, and don't fumble the football.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Jonathan Allen able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. The Coup just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Calais Campbell on the stop.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hal, he'll look to throw it. Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Sliding out of the pocket.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like 2 well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
Hal's throw taken in by Samuel.
And some room to roam now.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
First down, Hal to throw. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And the Commanders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts
as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. This to McLaurin out on the left side. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Commanders would extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. On the return, Westbrook from his end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
They'll throw now on the final play. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. He's got a man. Complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top.
As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
On the return, Westbrook from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Here's Hilliard. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They'll look to throw here. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to the ground now, Patterson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A give running right, Gibson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Back to throw, Howell. He'll buy some time right. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
3rd down, here's Patterson.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now back to throw.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Steel, black. Go red. You ain't doing nothing, Doug. You ain't doing nothing.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.